Okay, performance appraisal. Comparatively, I would say this is very important. Failed performance appraisal, either you have the risk to be fired, or they are already thinking about that. In my opinion, performance appraisal is important, but performance appraisal is also very challenging, very difficult. So first of all, performance appraisal, usually you stay with the company for 1 year, all right? They give you a performance appraisal. And at the beginning of the year, they needed to set the target, right? Sometimes they call goal, sometimes they call target, sometimes they call the objective. But usually I call target, very specific, measurable. Remember we mentioned about, we call SMART, all right? We have this SMART goal setting called SMART, S-M-A-R-T, SMART. You need to be very clear about this process. Try to perform well, all right? And then I would say, like, I give you a quick one. They will give you a, let's say, a rating, A, B, C, D, all right? A, B will be safe. Above A, B will be safe. And then A, B means, A means about 25%, okay? B means about the next 50%, 25% belong to the top 25%. It's good. But if you are in the, the bottom 25%, you'll be in trouble. You don't ask me how to, measure this 25, 50. You know that, right? You have your mindset, you have your behavior, you have your performance, and then you know already the result. Whether approaching the end of the year, you already know whether you meet the target or not. Once you get into this, by end of the year, you needed to be prepared. Performance appraisal is more like a meeting, right? You needed to collect all the evidence. You needed to collect all the information. If you are the, like appraisee, right? Appraisee, you needed to prepare your document to support your argument. If you are the appraiser, that means you are the manager. You assess your subordinates. You also needed to have the document. You cannot sit down and say, hey, you're good, you're not good. So that's why we talk about this objective measure or subjective measure, right? Easy to understand, right? Most of the time, we should have the combination of objective plus the, subjective. Subjective measurement, feeling, right? So your boss think you are good, you're already good. But this requires the interpersonal skill, the human skill. We ever did a very, we call like somehow like objective measure. We call it 360-degree review. That means like your peers, your subordinates, your line managers, they all, assessing, they all give you a feedback. Somehow this is still a combination of objective and subjective. How they can objectively assess your performance? You don't have the number, right? Usually they do subjectively, okay? Ch15 is good. Ch15 has very good, like, relationship. I have many friends, okay? Many friends in my previous company. They all know me. And then you can think about the 360-degree, review or assessment, right? For me, it's not a problem. It's not easy for some of the, top manager, all right? For some of the, like managers, they are not good at this interpersonal stuff, okay? Objective is also quantified, right? Measurement. That means you needed to have the numbers ready. At my point, those figures, those numbers, you cannot change the number, your sales, your cost saving. We would say like, you get what you measure. That means if you are the managers, you need to be careful. What you measure, you get what you measure. That means if you measure sales, they will only focus on sales. They don't care about the cost. They don't care about any other things, all right? They only focus. If you measure cost, they only care about the cost saving. They don't care about the sales. They don't care about the margin, nothing, all right? Only the cost, okay? It depends on your function, right? You're the sales department, for sure, sales and the margin, right? If you are the procurement department, margin, all right? Margin, mainly margin. And then somehow like, if you are from the admin, most of the time they want to save some, somehow like related variable cost, all right? the variable costs, try to make the financial document, financial reports looking good, right? The result, the profit, the net income. Actually, we have mentioned about some basic, financial documents, right? So you know that the sales minus cost is the, is the income. But don't forget, what is the margin? Margin is the percentage, okay? So this is also important for the, like this financial, the finance department, okay? HR, they will focus on what? Staff turnover. So anyway, MBO is the, the concept that we introduced in the planning. It is the goal setting, let's say, method, management by objective, or we trying to set up the SMART, SMART, SMART. Remember, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely, or timed, objective or goal. You have the objective, you have the SMART objectives, and then you can measure this objective. So usually they will talk about some of this ranking, rating later. I think a rating is more common or more popular, A, B, C, D. Okay, and then remember I showed you this 25%, 50%. Okay, so they will measure according to your target achievement, attainment. A, B comparatively is easy provide the feedback, right? The document ready. You need to have the employee to sign, this appraisal. Okay, A and B comparatively easy. C and D, no, definitely you will have a big, I don't call it physical fight, but big argument. All right, employee won't accept that for sure. But you need to prepare the evidence. You need to make it very objective. You didn't meet this target. You didn't meet this target. Your behavior was not good, and that this is the, this is the evidence. If you know the employee not good, you need to collect the evidence. All right, not to wait until the last month. Throughout the year, that's the evidence. This is the email. This is the observation. This is what happened. All right, and then the number, the figures. Actual feedback is the most challenging one. Okay, it's not telling the result. It is more like, I would say, it is the meeting, organize a meeting to confirm, okay, the result with the employee, and that the employee needed to accept that. If not, it's not yet done. It is not yet done. You will need another meeting, all right? Particularly if you want to take some action after this. Remember 2008 was a financial crisis, all right? The impact was around the world. Our company at that time laid off a lot of employees. And then I remember clearly, those meetings, performance appraisal meetings, was the big debate, okay? I would say like a fight, okay? And then many employees, because they know they will be fired immediately after this, confirm this appraisal. They're saying, hey, Shimi, you talk too much. Yeah, I mean, I have to say that's a pro and cons. As a good employee, I always say performance appraisal is an opportunity. My boss, they are satisfied because most of the time I'm top 25, okay, 25%. And then they will say, hey, Shimi, I'm sorry. I said, why sorry? You are doing good, and then you are doing excellent. And then I cannot give you a big bump. I do my best. I can only give you 4% merit increment. The average is 1.5 or 2%. I give you 4%. That's the maximum I can do. I say, thank you, sir. This is, you're feeling good, right? Your boss feels sorry. And then next time, if they have anything, you can take the advantage. I mean, and training, okay? I want to take the training.